Great morning, everyone. It is your girl, Pamela, and I'm here with today's daily devotional. A few days ago, I did a post on Facebook, and I talked about change versus shift. That a change is something coming from being one way to becoming another, and that a shift is a momentary movement. It's a repositioning, it's a reposturing. It happens in the moment. Shifting leads to changing. When things shift, it's an indication of a coming change. It's movement within the change. I think we get that. So here's where the devotional comes in. There are things that a lot of people are waiting for, a lot of people are hoping for. There are plans that God has for us. And sometimes it seems impossible to believe that the things that we know somewhere deep down inside of us could and should and might happen, it's hard to believe that they actually will. It's hard to navigate this place of, I know there's more for me, but I don't see how it's going to happen, but I know that it should happen, but I don't know. And it's easy to walk in doubt and fear and to allow what other people are doing or not doing to distract you, for people to give you all kinds of things can happen when you're in the place of in between, when you're in the midst of change. The important thing for us to do is to pay attention to the shifts. Because if God promised that He's going to do something in your life, you have to believe it's going to happen. If it's for you, it will happen. So I'll be very transparent. 16 years ago, God made me certain promises. I didn't ask for them, but He told me I would be a wife. He told me I would be a wife to a godly man. He told me I would be a mother. And He told me I would be in ministry. Now, I wasn't ready to accept all of those things when He said it 16 years ago. I'm sorry, 17 years ago. Yeah, I wasn't ready. But He knew. And then a year later, He gave me another promise that He would transition me in order to transform me. And that's really how these devotionals even got started. When I went back and looked at the journals and I said, God, you're really keeping your promise. You are transitioning me. You're shifting me in order to transform me, change me. Okay. So over the last couple of months, without me telling anyone, that promise that God made 17 years ago, I've been reminded of it by people. I've been told in public forums, you're going to be a wife to a godly man. You're going to be a mother at 41. You're going to be in ministry. There are things that are for you and they're still going to happen. And I won't lie, it's difficult to hold on to that. It's difficult to believe. It's difficult to even want to. It's much easier to say, I have a good life. I'm good. I don't have to have that stuff. It is well. But God made certain promises, and there are changes that He wants to make, and there are things attached to those promises in my life. And so I'm being challenged in this week of me being away on retreat by myself and fasting, doing a Daniel's fast and praying and worshiping. He's reminding me, He's challenging me. I told you I was going to do certain things in your life, and I'm going to make those changes. Are there changes in your life that you're waiting on, things that you're believing in your relationships, in your business, in your ministry, in your health, in where you live and what you do with your children? Are there things that you are believing are going to happen and your faith is wavering a little bit, or you're not sure how it's going to happen and it seems totally impossible, but you know somewhere deep down inside it's supposed to because you got that promise? Here's what you do. When it gets really challenging, mind the shifts. That's where God leaves His clues. Success may leave clues. I hear that a lot in Herbalife, but God leaves clues in the shift. Notice the person who was one way with you, and now all of a sudden they act totally different. Notice the person that you don't want any part of, and God keeps having you pray for them. There's a reason. Notice when you feel comfortable in an environment and then all of a sudden you feel very uncomfortable. It's challenging for you to be there. Pay attention to that. Those shifts, those momentary changes in the weather are indicative of climate change. They're indicative of bigger change. Look, God's not going to tell me the hows and the whens and the whys. I will be a wife. As hard as it is for me to say and believe sometimes, I will be a mother. I will be in ministry. I will be a businesswoman. I will be a coach. I will have impact in this earth. He's promised me those things. I don't know how, I don't know who, and I don't know when. But what I am clear on is that he has been shifting things lately. He's been shifting people in my life and out of my life. Remember, I've talked about placement and displacement this month. This is a big month. He's doing it. He's breaking things off and he's adding things too. Shifting is happening. The way I'm seeing things is being shifted. A lot is shifting, but it's all leading to greater change. So if you're holding on to a promise, if you're fighting the doubt and the fear, pay attention to the shifts. Pay attention to those little things that happen. And whatever you do, don't get caught up in offense. Don't get caught up in your flesh. When you see things shift, accept it. Be good with it because it's leading you somewhere. Anybody that walks out of your life in this season, let them go. Anything that breaks off in this season, release it with no attitude, quietly. This is a time where things are happening. Shifts are happening, but they're going to lead to your greater change, to your transformation. So it is well, and it will be well with me. And one day I'll look back at this video as I'm holding my baby and tell my husband, wow, I knew you were coming. But until then, I got work to do. So I love you. God loves you. You matter. Mind the shifts and be encouraged. Be encouraged. You may not see the change, but it is happening. Okay? Don't be offended. Be encouraged. All right, guys. Have a beautiful, powerful day. Share this video. Repost this video. Let me know. Comment. Let me know if this is helping you. And if you know somebody that needs this, share it. Okay? I love you guys. Talk to you again soon. Bye.